What if I told you the Titanic never sank?
Hi. Well, I'd tell you that's false, and the whole thing falls apart if you do at least 1.5 seconds of research, so let's go.
So the owner of the boat, J.P. Morgan, actually had two boats. He had the Titanic and he had the Olympic. And the Olympic was a little bit older and a little bit more run down.
This is true, although still a brand new ship. It was only a year old.
And it was also in some accidents.
This is also true. The Olympic collided with the HMS Hawk in September of 1911, so we're good so far.
J.P. Morgan sank the boat on purpose because he knew he would get a lot of money.
Ooh, see, this is where the whole thing falls apart right here with the insurance. In fact, he would not be making a lot of money. He'd be losing a lot of money.
He did it for the insurance money.
You see, the Titanic was underinsured. Titanic was only insured up to $5 million. The Titanic and the Olympic both cost $7.5 million each to build. To deliberately sink the Olympic and then claim Titanic's insurance money, they'd be losing $2.5 million. Makes no sense. Plus, it only cost $125,000 to fix the Olympic. So, again, the theory already doesn't make any sense.
Swap the names and sink the Olympic instead.
You just painted the word Titanic over the Olympic?
Well, you actually can't do that because people would easily notice a difference. The ships were not identical. There were noticeable structural differences with the ship. For example, the A-deck promenade on the Titanic here is closed, while the A-deck promenade is all open here on the Olympic. And if we go down to the wreck today, it matches Titanic's structure perfectly. Here we can see Titanic's closed A-deck promenade.
Guess who was on that boat?
Who? I know there's a lot of people on the boat.
All of J.P. Morgan's business competitors.
This one was just false. They weren't business competitors whatsoever. I've never heard anyone even say that. They weren't even in the same industry.
But guess who wasn't on the boat?
Who?
J.P. Morgan.
Was he supposed to be?
He canceled minutes before it left.
No, he didn't cancel minutes before. He canceled a full month before to meet with his art dealer in France, and everybody knew about it at the time.
And there was a guy named James Fenton, right, who survived and worked on the boat.
And this man was never on the Titanic. He's not in any passenger, crew, or survivor list, so that's interesting.
His last words were, the Titanic never sank. It was the Olympic.
Oh, and one final thing. All ships had their own shipyard number. Titanic's was 401, Olympic's was 400, and all the wreckage today, you find that 401 number, Titanic's number.
So what you're trying to say is the movie Titanic's actually called the Olympic.
Well, what I'm trying to say was Rose was kind of a selfish brat. But yeah, that's definitely the Titanic that sank. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.